still doing this good job. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to have you, and you too. You've been in this field for a long time. What has been your
Very long
honestly?
time.
What has been your experiences? In terms of advising.
It's just been like an upward movement all the way. I know that God has just been awesome. The inspiration of music, being able to create music, it's a gift that not everyone has that gift, the gift of music. So I'm grateful to God for these many years. As a matter of fact, we are here because the song Jehovah Mudum, it's going to be 20 years next year, and I've had several messages coming in from people, and I want to particularly thank you. I remember when Jehovah Mudum was released, and you were with
the state radio, right?
The state radio at the time. I know what you did to make sure that the music went everywhere. So, well, we are here again to celebrate God and celebrate gospel music.
All right, to celebrate God and gospel music also. Okay, she's not alone. I got George Edu. George, good afternoon.
My son, George.
All right.
Good afternoon. It's a great opportunity to be here. I feel very honored.
Okay, and yes, you feel really honored to be with us here on Memories 96.5 FM. Tell us, how was your Sunday?
My Sunday has been so great so far, and to spice it up even more, that we are here and we're doing this right now is it's a great one. I think today is going to be like a very beautiful day for me, and it's still rolling. So we give God praise for that.
Okay, I got the brand, the voice behind the Vox Box Africa Studio. She's a songwriter and of course a gospel singer. She's got songs as Breathe Upon Me to her credit, Modem, The Rock, Edara, Elia, Ndeyake, I don't know, Ndayake,
yes,
I think.
Ndeyake.
And of course, Jesus must be known. Esther Adivin is a passionate,
yes,
God-fearing teacher of the word, and actually, I know, an artist and vocal coach, as well as a visionary and missionary evangelist with a mandate for strong prophetic, for strong prophetic services to you and you. Okay, she's going to talk about her latest plans and what she's got up latest in her kitty. Yeah, because she comes bringing surprises every now and then. Yes, what's your song? There's one playing right now.
For your glory.
Okay, for your
glory.
Yeah, your glory. Yeah,
for your glory.
For your glory. All right.
Yes.
For your glory is right now playing under my voice. I don't know if you'd like to hear. Let's listen to it. Let's take a listen, and we'll come back to it. those that want to be gospel musicians?
Thank you very much. The first thing that happens for someone who needs to, advance your purpose, if you have identified the space where God or the gifting God has given you, is to learn about it. To grow the skill by learning about it. Find those people who have gone ahead of you to learn. So I've done a lot of schooling from the last time we've interacted.
That's right.
I've done a lot of schooling both in South Africa and the USA, Boston College of the Berklee College of Music, to grow the gift. Coming back from there, now we are looking at how do we align ourselves with our local environment. What do we do to give back to the society? So we had to come up with the idea of the Voice Box Africa Studio. It's a one-stop recording studio, and we began to train and retrain gospel music artists. So should anyone be in that space where you're trying to learn, it's not just, first it's good to start from the church choir. Once you've located yourself in a church choir, from the church choir, you need to find out how do you affect the community where you are. If you want to record music or so, then you'll be able to see how to align yourself with those people that are around your environment and how to grow it. So I'll say two things. If you identify your gifting, you grow the gifting.
Okay, so it has to do with, it's an inner thing. It has to do with talent. You must have talent in this direction. Then you come for these talents, for what is in you to be polished at your Voice Box Africa studios. Do you also do talent hunts? As in looking for, creating at local government levels so that you can bring up the voices you want?
Exactly. I happen to be the state chair for Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria, FOGMON, Akwaibom State. So for 2 years back to back, we've produced 20 pieces of art, audio and video works for Akwaibom gospel artists in all 3 senatorial districts. So that's what we've been doing this year. We, from Eke Senatorial District, Ikore, Pene, and Uyo, we put together gospel artists, 10 of them. And these 10 of them, we've been able to create audio music, live recording audio and video for them. So that's what we've been doing in collaboration. So VoiceBox is collaborating with organizations like maybe Memory FM. So that's why I'm excited about it, because I happen to just have met the man of God that is, the visionary behind the Memory FM, so to see what are you doing, what's the church doing, what are the different private enterprises doing to encourage and invest into gospel music, because our people are not investing into music. They see the talent, see them on the billboards, they don't know how they got to the billboard. So the body of Christ, individuals, in fact, perhaps you've never met my son, George. George is a very creative person, both as a producer and also as a recording artist. For Your Glory was written by George. I did a collaboration with him. He featured me on the song we just heard now. So all we need is people who are gifted. And if you are gifted, then you can connect yourself to any system. So we are just collaborating. I'm here to collaborate with Memories FM. I'm hoping that they'll be able to also to come up with something that can help develop giftings.
That's right. And I'll come. What you're saying now has a lot to do with financial, backings, and I don't know who is behind the sponsorship of this. It sure needs some heavy finances. I don't know, how have you been, how do you handle the funding and no?
Well, thank you very much. We were challenged.
Do you have sponsors? That's what I mean.
We have partners here and there. We were challenged by the immediate past wife of the governor of Akwaibom State, Her Excellency Martha Udom Emmanuel. So she was one of the partners. She was the chief choir mistress for FOGMON. She was like an overseeing person over the Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria in Akwaibom State. So she was part of our partnership as the sitting wife of governor. And for the first time, the fellowship came to Akwaibom State, moved the International Congress to Akwaibom State in November 2022. So
Okay.
it was just such an amazing opportunity. So she's even still there on standby time to time to check. Oh, Reverend Ether, what are you doing with Akwaibom gospel musicians? She asked me a question. She said, if I walked up to you to say, what can Fogmon do for an like a typical Akwaibom artist? So from there we were challenged to say, okay, I mean, we have a studio, so Voicebox is in partnership, not charging what they ought to charge as ordinarily. So that is one side of the partnership.
Okay.
The other side of the partnership is that you know, like good spirited individuals who want to partner with gospel music, also here and there we receive partnerships and seeds from them to help us, you know, actualize it. In fact, this year we got a very big partnership from Honorable Onofiot Luke.
All right.
Yes, it's time to time good spirited individuals. There is Archbishop Cletus Vasi. I mean, Dr. Panam Percy Paul is the one who masters all the music.
Really?
Yes, Dr. Panam is behind us. When we finish production, we have to reference to him, and then he does the rest of the job.
All right, this is George in the house. George, let me come to you. George Eju, you are born into music, and
Yes,
tell
sir.
us what has been your experiences, and what can you advise the youths of today concerning gospel music? Some pretty classical music, contemporary kind of music, but they find gospel singers perhaps as not being very rich, and they say they want to go into high life, into all these contemporary songs. So, what's been your experience so far?
Well, my experience so far, I would say it's been amazing. And my advice for the young generation, which I happen to fall under, is you must have a passion for what you are doing, first of all. And that passion must not be driven with the desire to make money or to get wealth, even though when you make the right impact, wealth follows impact. If you have value,
Awesome.
if you can create the value, the wealth will come.
That's right.
So chasing after wealth is actually a misplacement of priority. So the focus should be, what do I have to offer my generation? So do you have the talent? How good have you developed your talent? Do you have the focus? Do you have the consistency? For me, it's been a ride of consistency. I started out as a music producer, not because I wanted to produce music in a music studio. It was because I heard quality music playing out there, and I told myself I may not be able to
Playing out there. Give me the address of that place.
Okay, out in the world. Yes, so
On radio.
you have growing up, I listened to a lot of Kirk Franklin.